Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming back to the Legend Power Partner Channel. Again, my name is Mike Ciosi. I'm Vice President of Sales and Marketing, and I'm joined today by Legend's Director of Operations, Kieran Bahari. So, Kieran, thanks for joining us today, and if you wouldn't mind telling everyone a little bit about yourself, that'd be great.
Hi, everyone. I pretty much run operations for the entire organization. So when things need to get installed, when there's coordination that needs to be done, logistics, I handle all that. So the sales part, they go in. Everything after the sale is done, or anything that needs to be done in operations is all handled by me.
Excellent. Well, Kieran, we know that you've personally overseen the installation of hundreds of Legend SmartGATE systems, as well as SmartGATE Insights. So there's clearly no one more qualified on the planet to talk about this. So we greatly appreciate your time. So again, the topic of the day is to kind of cover off SmartGATE Insights and to kind of make sure everybody understands what it is, how big of an effort it is for installation and those types of things. So Kieran, why don't you start off by telling us what is a SmartGATE Insights meter?
So an Insights meter really is just a meter that measures like voltage drops in the building, if there's any power events that can affect equipment, the number of power events that are negatively affecting equipment in the building. And it's an overall health check of the electrical system. You can look at it like a physical for your electrical system.
Excellent. So what are some of the reasons why somebody might need a power impact assessment and also a SmartGATE Insights meter?
Well, there's a number of factors in an electrical system that should be checked. The power that's coming in is not linear. Our meter goes in and it really will check for all the things I mentioned, which are power events, different voltage drops in the building, which will affect big machinery. If you're not all your phases are not running at the exact same voltage level, it's a negative effect on different machinery in the building. So these are things that our meter will check that is going to give you a good overall picture of the health of your electrical system.
Absolutely. It does a great job of collecting the data side so that we can use that data as part of the algorithms as the power impact assessment, to be able to compare that to what all of the third-party peer-reviewed research says that happens when certain electrical conditions exist. So that's great. So, Kieran, and one of the common questions that we get is how hard or how invasive of a process is it to install a SmartGATE Insights?
It's actually very easy. The hardest part is really getting access to the electrical room, and that's coordinated with someone who's on site. Once we get it to the site, you remove the cover for the switchgear, exposing the bus bars, and it's installed right after the main breaker. You put the switch on, and that's it. Very, very easy.
Excellent. And I'm sure all this is covered off in the operations manual that you so diligently put together for us. Okay, so one of the big questions we also get, Kieran, is does the power need to be off to install the Insights?
The power does not need to be off, which is one of the best things about our product. All you really need is a licensed electrician to do that, and him using the proper PPE. But we've done this at hundreds of different buildings, and there is no interruption needed when we install our meter.
Excellent. Now, I also know that there have been some cases where we have had to do that, but we have alternative arrangements to make sure that we can collect that data without having to do that if we get kind of an oddball or an outlier that does require a shutdown. So we've got some alternate ways around that. So can the power be turned off, Kieran?
Absolutely. We've had instances where the customer would like the power turned off. There's absolutely no problem with turning the power off and plugging our unit in. The best thing about our product is that you don't need to do that, but it's totally up to the customer that when we're installing it on their site.
Great. Excellent, Kieran. So we're collecting all this data. Where does the data go?
So our all the data is transmitted via cellular signal, and that goes to our server. Once the data is all collected, we process the data and provide a report of our findings so that you're able to interpret all the data that we got from the meter.
Excellent. And typically, how long of a period is involved?
We typically like to collect data for 2 weeks to a month, just to get a large number of data points.
Excellent. And does it have to be that, or can it be done in a shorter period of time as well?
We can definitely put it in a shorter period of time, within a week, if the timing is crucial. But we like to have as much time as possible just to get more data points, just to get the, it gives us more information.
Sure. So in those situations where we don't get the full 2 weeks to a month worth of data, is there an impact to the assessment process?
There's no negative impact in the assessment. We get the same accurate readings and same measurements. If time permits, though, we do like to have longer measurements so we can see if some larger events may happen after a longer period of time, and not all events will happen at the same time. But there's no negative effect on having 1 week of data.
Excellent. Great. So another common question that we get, Kieran, is how do you actually connect these systems? How do you connect the insights?
So that is a very common question. It's very easy, and we've done a really, really good job. Our engineers have made this thing so nice and easy. It's really only 7 connections. So we have on the meter has 3 CTs. You connect the phase A CT ring to the A bus bar, B to B, and C to C. And then with our voltage connections, they're all done by like an alligator clip, and they go. The red goes to the A phase, black goes to the B phase, C goes to the blue goes to the C phase. Excuse me, and the white cable connects to the neutral if there is a neutral there.
Excellent. So it sounds like a pretty straightforward installation process.
It definitely is.
Excellent. Kieran, anything else? Any other closing thoughts on what it takes to install SmartGATE Insights?
I think it's a benefit for everybody in their building to know the electrical health of their property and see if there's any events. And Legend has really done a really good job with this meter and putting that together to make it easy for everybody to be able to check that. So,
yeah, absolutely. This is the equivalent of the going to the doctors and getting your blood work and your EKGs done on a regular basis, so they can really monitor your health and be able to give you some guidance on how to live how to have the best possible health for
that's
your
right.
health. This is just doing it for your building. So excellent.
Got it.
So Kieran, thank you very much for your time. Again, everyone, Kieran is available to answer any questions that you have. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your Legend Power partner account manager, and they'll make sure that we get you in touch with Kieran. So thank you very much, Kieran. And again, everybody, thank you very much for your time and your continued support of Legend Power Systems. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.